Daily activities. Lesson 37.
To feed his cat, Tom opened a can of cat food and put it in the cat's dish. He put some fresh water in the water dish. He also cleaned the litter box. He petted the cat.
Good kitty.
And she purred and rubbed against his leg. He played with the cat by moving a piece of string.
Come on, kitty, get the string.
Which the cat pounced on.
Daily activities. Lesson 38.
I called my dog. Here, Blackie, come on, boy. After he came, I petted him. He wagged his tail and barked. I put some dog food in his dish and filled his water dish. Later, I clipped a leash to his collar and took him out for a walk. After his walk, I threw a stick for him. Go get it! And he fetched it.
Daily activities. Lesson 39.
Pam filled her lawnmower's gas tank, then started the mower by pulling the cord. She mowed the lawn by pushing the mower back and forth. Where the mower couldn't reach, she trimmed the grass by hand. She raked up the grass clippings and put them on a compost pile. She spread some grass seed on bare spots and then watered the lawn.
Daily activities. Lesson 40.
Tom will turn the soil with a spade. He'll plant some seeds and cover them with a mound of soil. He'll plant some seedlings and tie them to small stakes. Then he'll water the garden. Taking care of a garden. Tom will weed the garden. He'll prune extra leaves from some plants. He'll check for harmful insects and spray insecticide on some plants. He'll put some fertilizer on the soil. Finally, he'll pick some flowers for the house.
Daily activities. Lesson 41.
Inside. I wash the windows inside, wipe off the dashboard, and vacuum the floor. Outside. I dip a sponge into soapy water and wash the car with it. To rinse the car, I spray it with water. I dry it with some rags. Then I spread some wax on the car. After it has dried, I wipe the wax off and buff the car with a soft cloth. Finally, I wash the windows outside.
Daily activities. Lesson 42.
I called for an appointment to get my car fixed. My car is making a strange noise. When can you look at it? I took my car into the garage, and the mechanic diagnosed the problem. Yep, sounds like a valve problem. I asked him for an estimate of the cost. How much will it cost to fix? Probably about $250. He worked on the engine. When I came back later to pick up the car, "Is it ready yet?" "It's ready." He gave me the bill for the repair. "That'll be $294 for parts and labor." $294? Ouch!
Daily activities. Lesson 43.
My car had a flat tire, so I had to change it. I jacked the car up. I took off the flat tire and took the spare tire out of the trunk. I put the spare on the wheel, tightened the lug nuts by hand, lowered the car to the ground, and tightened the nuts some more with a lug wrench. Finally, I put the hubcap on the wheel.
Daily activities. Lesson 44.
During a thunderstorm, our power went out. I turned on a flashlight, and my sister lit some candles. We found the circuit breaker box and found the breakers that had tripped. We reset the breakers, and the power came back on. Good.
It worked. Daily activities. Lesson 45.
Before you cut a board, you measure it and mark the places to cut. Then you cut it with a saw. To trim a piece of wood, you plane it. To make the edges smooth, you sand them. To join two pieces of wood, you can glue them together, nail them together, or join them with screws.
Daily activities. Lesson 46.
To bolt things together. You put a bolt through some holes. Put a washer onto the bolt, and then tighten a nut by hand. Then you hold the nut with a pair of pliers, and tighten the bolt with a wrench. To join things with screws. You drill a hole for the screw. You put a screwdriver into the slot on the head of the screw. You tighten the screw by turning the screwdriver clockwise. To loosen the screw, you turn it counterclockwise.
Daily activities. Lesson 47.
Tom gets a shopping cart. Some people use a basket instead of a cart. He checks his shopping list to see what he should buy. In the fresh produce section, he checks the fruit and vegetables by feeling and smelling them. He puts some fruit in a plastic bag and weighs the fruit on a scale. Next, he picks up some fresh meat at the meat counter.
I'll have 4 chicken breasts, please.
Then, at the deli, he gets some cold cuts.
Some beef pastrami, please, 6 slices.
And cheese.
And a half-pound of cheddar.
He goes through the canned goods aisle. He checks the prices on 2 brands of canned peas and chooses the cheaper one. As he shops, he looks for specials. He picks up some toilet paper in the household goods section and gets some milk in the dairy section. He tries a free sample of some pizza.
Try some, sir. It's on special.
And takes some frozen pizza from the frozen food case. Finally, he goes to the checkout counter.
Daily activities. Lesson 48.
The cashier rings up Tom's purchases by scanning barcodes and pressing keys on the cash register. She tells him the total to pay.
That'll be $23.50.
Paying with cash. He takes some money out of his wallet and gives it to her.
Here's $30.
She puts it into the register and takes out his change. She counts it out to him.
$23.50. 24, 25, and 5 makes 30.
And gives it to him with his receipt. Paying by check. He writes out a check. After he signs the check, the cashier checks his driver's license as identification.
Can I see some ID, please?
Sure. Here's my driver's license.
He records the check in his checkbook. She returns his license and gives him a receipt.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Paying by credit. He gives his card to the cashier. She swipes the card through the reader. When the approval code comes, the payment slip is printed. He signs the payment slip. Then she gives him a copy of the slip, the receipt, and his card back.